All right, talk to Amir.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
Ah, there it is.
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
So I wonder if you need a vision for that, because earlier Kali was like, oh, we're going on patrol, you can't go with us. She's like, oh, but I have a vision now. So I wonder if the Withering is only for vision holders.
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area. So we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
I wonder how these Withering zones are gonna work.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
What? I can help. I mean, I don't have a vision, but technically I'm of the elements.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the Withering.
Yeah, so like it's interesting that every region, right? Dragonspine with Sheer Cold, Inazuma with Bale Thunder. I think Bale Thunder is like the best equivalent that we have. It's just like an environmental hazard that affects the area for a time.
The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place.
Another reason, so I mentioned the theory at the beginning of the stream, another reason why I think it's because of the Celestia Pillar is because when the Celestia Pillar was affecting the chasm and it was affecting Ji-Chang, it was almost kind of affecting her like it was like radiation poisoning, but that didn't affect people with visions. So it didn't affect us, but it affected her. So that's another reason why I think it has to do with a Celestia Pillar some way, somehow. Maybe it's rooted underground or something, but because if you have a vision, you're fine, but if you don't have a vision, you're in trouble. So I wonder if it's a Celestia Pillar again.
As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the Withering's corrosive effects for a time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a Withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a Withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
I can control the elements.
But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the Withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
Interesting. Go to the Withering zone. Let's do it. Oh, you can kinda... Is that it right there? Is that like the grayish area? Oh, you can
Stop.
see...
Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Monka W?
Where? Oh,
Oh.
look, those plants have withered. That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash.
Yeah, I looked over and I was like, oh, this shit looks like grayed out.
Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the Withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that Withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the Withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved.
Interesting that they call them tumors. 'Cause that's like what the filth of Inazuma like created, like the miasmic tumor that they had to do the sacred sakura cleansing for. But that was a result of the cataclysm. I mean, Sumeru still went through their own version of a cataclysm, so maybe the Withering was like in its early phases because of a Celestia Pillar, but then the cataclysm of Conria exacerbated the situation, and that's why the Withering is getting worse and worse. Maybe it's a combination of the two.
Thank you, but I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing, after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the Withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go.
Jesus Christ, this looks intense. Jeez, the freaking sound
First, we
effects
must
too?
locate any branches sustaining the Withering zone.
Oh my god. It's like an eerie sound. You hear it? Summon Dendro. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Oh, do you have to use these to attack these, maybe? Collect Dendrograna and then attack Withering branches with charge attacks and aim shots. Ah, I see, okay. Oh, this is this Withering music? Hold up. This sounds pretty threatening. Jeez, man. Candle of Life. Ooh. Hey, back up.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we need to take care of the tumor.
Oh, this thing. All right, let's do it.
Let's spark the... Let it rain.
Get fucking clapped on, my dude.
Forward ambush! Help! Go, Baron!
Come a little closer.
Now, destroy the tumors of the Withering.
All right, let's fucking do it. We're gamers. Destroy tumor. That was fucking cool.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now!
Dude, we literally healed the area.
Yes, thanks to you two.
Holy shit.
We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Oh my god. So this also kind of reminds me of the mud in the chasm, actually. Because you have like the withering bar at the bottom, and that kind of is like the Lumenstone adjuvant bar that decreases whenever you're in the mud for too long.
You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that Withering Zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The Withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself.
It's literally global warming.
For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of Withering Zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Jesus, how is all this connected?
Huh? Well, why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions.
Is there no way to permanently get rid of the Withering?
No, none that we know of. The Withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
I think I've heard it somewhere before.
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. You can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right?
Yeah, the
They're
roots.
like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground, all the way up to the surface.
Spreading and expanding, a massive cavern. Sounds a lot like what I saw when I lost consciousness in the cave, yep.
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day.
And you can manifest those memories for a time, like what we've seen in Raiden Shogun Story Quest and even the Diluc Skin Costume Quest.
The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it.
Interesting. You mean Irminsul is sick?
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago.
Oh shit,
But even
familiars?
those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, I gotta close my co-op because some people are too cringe. Alright, we gotta head back to Gandharvaville. I do want to look around a little bit further in here just to see what else might be. I gotta come back and explore all of this stuff at a later time, but I know my exploration is gonna be at a minimum because I have to do that world quest to really expand my exploration capabilities. Wait, what is this for? What would I need to use this for? If not for, Bro, that was so fucking far. Oh, you fight me? Oh, he actually attacks me.
Propagate!
I thought the wildlife leaves me alone. My dude. Oh yeah, I'm capped out on raw meat, by the way, 9,999. So this just has to stay here, unfortunately. Oh, look at this little chunky boy. Oh, these things are just sleeping, big sleeping wherever I see them, dude. Living their best life. You love to see it. I'm really shocked that the wildlife actually fights you. That's so sick. I really like that. Oh my God, this is so fucking cool. Zip lining everywhere is so badass. I'm gonna get this waypoint and then we're gonna head back. Chat, I have some embarrassing information to tell you. I definitely did not forget to level up the Traveler's talent since I got here. I don't know if that's impressive or embarrassing. So we should probably fix that right now. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna go 666 across all talents. I'm actually kind of shocked that I didn't notice that until someone in chat told me. 666, thank you to that person who was like, Arnold, look at your talent abilities. And I'm like, yikes. Ooh, what is that thing? Hold on. Oh, it's a puzzle. Hey, that's kind of cool. Nurseries in the wild. Some of these seemingly masterless nurseries may be found within the forest of Sumeru. Follow the glowing spirit that float over the nurseries and traverse each field without disrupting or repetition, and perhaps something good will happen. In truth, it isn't good to step on fields, but your footsteps seem to be able to awaken the life of the plot of land. Okay, I didn't see what it said, what it showed before. Ah. Let's go! We're gamers! We bring life to the land. So I wonder if by doing shit like this, we'll naturally like... Ooh, what is that? I just got a quest item. Maybe this will help with the withering in the future? Oh, it's a little like baby thing. An item you obtained after traversing the nursery. It is translucent and seems to contain the memories of the earth. Nice, I'll have to keep my eyes peeled with that then. Yeah, so those are quest items. Maybe that'll help with the withering if you 100% all of the areas of the rainforest. Who knows? All right, let's head back to Gandharvaville now.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
The NPC from earlier?
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it.
Allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Bro, we're gonna smell that incense again. We're gonna get sent into the fucking Twilight Zone.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Bro, you're literally setting me up for a drive-by right now.
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious?
What I saw weren't hallucinations, were they?
That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you, because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you.
So what exactly is it that I saw?
When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself.
So a tree, the Sustainer's cubes, indicating a calamity of some sort.
I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneal are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment.
I hope Kali's okay. She's probably still sleeping though.
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have. You've both been a great help these last few days.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
God, this is such a cool way to travel. The fact that I can come right over here and I don't have to climb the wall or anything. All I have to do is just zip line is so refreshing. And I don't have to look for an Electro Grana.
Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
What does that sound? Yeah, there's a deeper part of the cavern though. Careful, traveler. Nani? Oh. Oh, there she is. It's Hypatia. Is she okay? Wait, she's got food with her. Oh, a little forest spirit. Oh, don't step on him. Fancy meeting you here. Well, at least we see it now. He's like, Beluska do? I can too? I'm out of here. Wait, am I transported again? Okay, never mind. I thought something crazy happened again.
Hypatia, are you alright?
Damn it, yoinked her food. There were like fruit over there. They're gone now.
So hungry. Need water.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first. Wait, why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden?
Oh, God.
Anyway, let's go look around.
Did that little spirit dude do something to me now? Oh, yes, he did. Bro, what the fuck is this James and the Giant Peach bullshit? I feel like I'm in like a giant beanstalk right now. What the fuck? I'm tripping balls. I better hope I don't get hungry because I might have to eat you. Look at our footprints, bro. We're literally kicking up that sweet dust.
How'd things out here end up looking like this?
Bro, we just got thrown into a genjutsu by that little forest spirit. He was like, oh shit, I gotta hit you with my genjutsu.
What happened? And where are we?
There must be a logical explanation. Relax, Paimon. There's no logical explanation to this shit.
Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
Don't fall or you'll die. Silent Seeker of Knowledge. Bro, what the fuck is this? This is such a trip from any other Archon Quest. Like, what am I'm like, okay, I guess I just gotta go with it. Holy moly. Door of Resurrection? Oh, damn, am I gonna be dying? Hello? Why is there a Door of Resurrection here? Why would there need to be one? Don't mind me, sir. Just going about my business. Don't mind me. Dude, what the fuck are Hilly Churls doing here too? Yo, y'all tripping out too? Hey! Sorry to crash the party.
Right this office up, no escape.
Get fucked! Get wrecked! Sheesh! Exquisite chess, I'll take it. All right, so this is the land of like the flowers and the mushrooms and all that other crazy bullshit. Proceed onward to get through the tree hollow. All right, I'm gonna backtrack real quick because apparently there are other pathways I could take. So I'm gonna keep looking. Oh my God, bro, where am I going? This is trippy. I gotta be careful. If the traveler falls, I'm dead.
Wow, this place is huge.
Wow. Oh, you got the little...
There's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look.
Oh, what are these little...
Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
All right, where do you lead? Yo, I'm a butterfly. I'm literally tripping so hard right now. Oh boy. Hello? What is life? What is happening right now? I'm literally not even sure I'm alive. Where the hell did I just end up? Oh, base, okay. And I see a couple chests, so I'm gonna like look around and grab a bunch of shit. Sweet. Oh. Y'all ever wanted to know the meaning of life? What the hell is this Archon Quest? Am I in Ina's?
What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Bro, why am I in an Inazuma domain? Nani the fuck? Dude, I literally just went through space and time, the universe, and Earth. Bro, I'm literally in Kazuha's old house. What the hell is happening? This is so interesting, though. Like, I'm just, like, constantly questioning what existence in life is, but, like, hello? I'm like, okay, this is what we do now. Is there a reason why we had to make a shortcut through Inazuma to get here? All right. Let's do it. You're not gonna get the fast one on me, you little spirit. Or maybe you will. Keep looking for a path. Investigate the courtyard far down the corridor. We back in Inazuma? Hey. Bro.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Are they connecting the Sakura tree of Inazuma to the one in Sumeru? Like... Actually, this looks like Shiki Taisho. This is the Shiki Taisho area in 2.2. Hold on, wait, you gotta connect. Oh my god. See, you connected those little areas. Am I supposed to do something with this thing on the floor? Hello? I assume I'm supposed to connect this somehow. Oh, there it is. Holy moly. I'm tripping so hard. I don't know what the hell that was supposed to do. Whoa. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit. I just literally, my brain just fucking broke. Oh my god. It just went from 3D to 2D.
Bestowing you with intelligence, that you should know human emotion, it would seem this was the right decision. In the end, it is you that have enlightened me.
Then this is farewell, Harunosuke. Be safe in your travels. I remember everything. Harunosuke didn't abandon me. It was I that persuaded him and helped him escape the labyrinth of his heart.
Wow, what the heck? That's so badass. Dude, that actually like affected my senses. That's so trippy to look at now. It literally went from 3D to 2D. All right, I'm actually really scared for what the rest of this domain's gonna do. So this is Omioto magic that's happening. I think this is Omioto magic that we're affected by. Yeah, Harunosuke, there you go. These motherfuckers are hitting us with that fucking next level magic, bro. Holy fuck. This is kind of cool. All right, what is this? Bless me in the bask in the warmth of her excellency. Yeah, this is super cool. No idea what any of this... That was a Bislek?
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
Am I dead? I literally killed him in the chasm. And he's like, we meet again. So if you're here, then that means I'm dead.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things.
What the fuck?
Concern you.
Bro, what is happening? Confidant to the Omen. My god, you're water incarnate. You're gonna give me you're gonna bloom till the cows come home.
Try not to interrupt.
Propagate!
Bro, get wrecked, my guy. You're trash, my dude. What is happening?
Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. We faced others like him before. What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, Your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are.
Yo, Paimon looks hella scared right now. I still must find my sister.
Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial?
I don't know anything. No one tells me anything. My sister won't talk to me anymore.
Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless.
This is a nice shot between them two. I have no idea. Like, this is such a weird context that I find myself in talking to him.
But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
Bro, I'm Dendro. You are not beating me, my guy. I'm sorry. Also, that spirit can save me at any time, please. I need all the help I can get. And there it is. I'm literally going crazy. What the fuck? I literally just sat here and just had a mental episode for like 20 minutes. What was all that just now? Strange. It feels like I was just dreaming for a moment there, but I can't remember what it was. That's just your brain cells dying one at a time.
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here.
Oh, even Paimon was a figment.
Oh, there she is. Quick, let's see how she's doing.
That is true, because I thought to myself, I was like, how did Paimon come back and she's affected too when she like went outside? So like that whole thing was just in my head.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that?
Damn, I ruined the food, the little spirit. I kind of zoned out for a second.
Are you okay? That's really not like you. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's all right first.
Damn, those spirits can literally just give you like a mental trip. It looked like it was scared of me. Like it was afraid that it got caught, and it was like, I gotta defend myself.
Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
All right, after giving a semi-conscious Hypatia some water and fruit juice.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
I was already there. I think that was the little spirit thing that did that.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived.
Yeah, your food's on the floor over there. I'm sorry.
We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Oh, so she can see the spirits? I thought the spirits can only be seen by, like, children.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
It's like a cabbage, that little round creature.
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
You tell Hypatia and Paimon everything that happened after entering the cave.
Wait, hold on a second, traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
But you're gonna believe that I saw a giant Irminsul tree in like a fucking flash sequence, but you'll believe that, right? You'll believe that animals and fucking boats can talk, but a little spirit moving around in the forest, that's where I draw the line.
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying.
Bruh.
I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
Damn, I was in there for like an hour.
So, Hypatia, Just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
So I wonder if the forest spirits are susceptible to being seen by people who can dream. Because they mentioned that, like, oh, mostly children can see them. But, like, children have that, like, whimsical innocence to them that I feel like is lost on most adults the older you get. Like, adults are cynical and they're serious and stingy and uptight and arrogant to some degree. And that's kind of like what the academia is like and the researchers. So I feel like it's more of like a spiritual thing. Like the more in tune you are with, like, I don't want to say like your inner child, but like with just having an open mind in that regard, you're not like willing to close yourself off to like knowledge and truth and stuff like that, like research. I feel like that's the distinction.
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon.
Those are the familiars, maybe.
I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul.
Ah, or that. Maybe we can see them because we connected with the Irminsul.
Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave.
I like this little flashback sequence here.
In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
This thing looks so fucking cute.
Oh! And then?
Hoyoverse, you have to make merch out of these things. You have to make, like, plushies. No ifs, ands, or buts.
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me.
What fascinating creatures.
Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tighnari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
After a delicious meal together, you tell Hypatia about connecting with Irminsul.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tighnari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so.
Jesus.
And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spend their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn eel primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power.
Yo, we get high as a god. You'll love to see it.
Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experienced a sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any sense similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn ale should no longer trigger such reactions. I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa! You're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
That's probably her part of the darshan for her coat.
I am a researcher after all.
Wonder what part of the darshan she's a part of.
As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the
Yes!
Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings.
Oh,
But there is still so much we don't know. especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies.
Okay, so you can tell what Darshan a person is from by the coat that they're wearing. That's what they said in the 3.0 live stream. So a blue and white, and they study the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. So essentially, is that divination? That seems like what Mona does, like stars and fates and divination and whatnot. So, or astrology is what I should say. Basically, their entire life is a lie because the stars are a lie. Sucks. Unlucky.
Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. Only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
I remember during Hu Tao's story quest, she mentioned that there was a lunatic going around like trying to harness the power of the gods. I wonder if that was someone who like lost their mind from the academia.
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risks, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
Dream? Oh, is that what I was doing? I was just dreaming?
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Because most people can't dream.
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Holy fuck, that's actually really cool.
Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do.
Interesting.
The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical.
Yeah, so it's just like an irrational logic for them to like separate themselves. Like you go to Sumeru, you go to the academia, you leave all that kid shit behind you. That tends to fall into like dreams, aspirations, like if it's not hard set in facts and logic, then it's like we don't want it. So you can't really imagine. And that's kind of even what like visions are in a way. Like they are like an embodiment of your goals, your aspirations. Like you're literally given a vision because of your goals, your dreams, your aspirations being acknowledged by Celestia, allegedly. It's very interesting. I wonder if any of the sages have a vision. I wonder if any sages on the like academia council have a vision.
Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep.
I feel like it's the opposite. It might be something else that's keeping you from the dreams.
I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming.
That reminds me of Amy and like her parents telling her to like grow up. It's time to stop playing make-believe and all that other stuff.
I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed.
I feel like if you join the academia, that's like a cutoff from like your spiritual side. You know, you're choosing to take on logic, rationality, knowledge, all of the things that really like, it's almost like you become like a man of science. So you kind of like give up on believing in things and, you know, believing in things that aren't factually solvable or whatever the case might be.
But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again.
These guys are like, hey, don't forget about us. Don't forget about your childlike side.
It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again.
They're keeping you in touch with your inner child.
Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
I feel like the more in tune we become with technology, the less in tune we become with ourselves on an emotional and spiritual level. Like, you kind of just give yourself up to that kind of shit, right? And then you have like the Akasha system, which is like fucking hooked up to most people in this region. So maybe that's the parallels they're trying to create with this Archon Quest.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Please, no more acid trips before then. Please and thank you.
Heading out, I see? If there's anything else you'd ever like to ask about,
Ooh,
you know where to find me.
yes, about dreams.
Even though that little neighbor of mine was able to induce a state of dreaming, I doubt they were able to control the actual contents of the dream. The end of your dream seemed quite terrifying. Perhaps there's something that's troubling you deep inside?
Yeah, with his conflict with the sibling.
Not to worry, though. I'm sure you'll be able to handle whatever comes your way in the real world. As someone from Sumeru who cannot dream, I needn't ever worry about nightmares. But lately, I've started to feel that I'm somehow missing something without dreams. It's a little hard to explain.
Yeah, you're missing a piece of your humanity. All right, about Irminsul.
Sumeru researchers use Spirit-born Ale to assist them in connecting with Irminsul to extract knowledge from it. Though the process can be risky, we believe that the knowledge gained is worth it. Unfortunately, I cannot help you understand your dream. At least not yet. I'm still learning how to attune to the depths of Irminsul myself. I hope that I'll be able to ascend past Satyavada life and gain deeper insights.
Yeah, so I guess like these different stages are basically like different levels of like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior levels of learning. About your unusual neighbor.
I've heard local children here in the rainforest speaking of fairy-like creatures. But I'm from Sumeru City, and have never heard of such things when I was a child.
Yeah, so again, if you live in the city, you kind of live like the busy city life, versus if you live in the forest, you're more in tune with like nature and wildlife and stuff like that. So you're just kind of like wired differently to perceive the world around you, and so you're able to like, if you're from the forest, you can see the wildlife, you can see the spirits, and if you're from the city, you can't.
Perhaps this is because I had a very strict upbringing. My parents would seldom allow me to play with other children. I doubt they'd ever believe me if I told them about my little neighbor out here. And speaking of my little neighbor, I think they can somehow sense when Tighnari is coming to visit me. I've noticed on several occasions that as they're playing under the trees, they'll suddenly tense up and scamper away for no apparent reason. Shortly after they do this, Tighnari always shows up here. Perhaps I should ask Tighnari about this the next time I see him. Take care. Do remember to come visit anytime you're in the area. I would be happy to chat with you.
She actually is really great when she decides to talk to you. Before, she came off like really stingy. Like she just looked at me and was like, anyways, let me get back on with my life. It's good to know that she's not stuck up, you know? She was just doing her research. All right, let's head back to the village. Wow, I feel like I've just explored this small... It's crazy to think about, but I've only explored like this small little corner of Sumeru. And I feel like I'm like really impressed with it. But then we have just all of this shit. And then we have like all of the desert that's probably gonna be like covering the outskirts of all of this. So it's pretty crazy. And this is just the Avidia Forest section. A lot of NPCs over here. I'm gonna try my best to talk to NPCs before. It might not be until the end of the Archon Quest, unfortunately, because there's so many NPCs. I'm gonna try my best. We talked to all the NPCs in Mondstadt. We talked to all of them in Liyue. I did a separate experience talking to all of them in Inazuma. There wasn't a lot in Inazuma that covered lore, but I feel like this this region will be different. Oh, and it's raining here too. Holy smokes.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand.
Oh, we got these guys now.
I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem?
Damn, these guys are mad that he won't join their school and make them look good.
As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the academia, not to cause a scene.
Haravatat Sage. So that's another subset of the academia. I think that's with runes? I don't know if that's with runes.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Amorta, after all.
Amorta.
So now I've come here in his stead.
All right, so that was the word that Kali was trying to say. She said Amu something. So Amurta, Haravatat, Spantamad, and then there's the one that starts with the R that I can't pronounce. Rutawahisht or something like that. So that's 4 out of 6 so far.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
Bro, and he says no, all right? Respect the man's decision. It's like you're forcing it. It's like, and what if I say no?
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
He's like, I refuse to set foot in that place, okay? I like to dream, goddammit. Y'all are too far gone. I wonder if, again, it has to do with his ancient and mysterious race lineage.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Bro, it sounds like you're gonna take him as a fucking prisoner.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master?
Jeez, yo, I like how Tignari's asking the real questions.
If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Makes sense.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Ghulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
Things are golden.
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
Damn, we're already heading out? Where's Kali? She's still sleeping?
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Damn, imagine that. The people of the region don't even know anything about their own god.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile.
Is that all Hytham?
Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
The Akasha?
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukadevata. Some say that this very item is the basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise. So I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! But wait, before that...
Yeah, we gotta say bye to Kali first.
That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kali before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go.
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
Tignari's introduction letter. You know what letter I wonder? So we got a letter of recommendation when we were in the chasm. Where is it? Yeah, Academia recommendation letter. We got this from the House of Herbaruni. Khedive ended up giving this to us. So I wonder when this is gonna come in handy. Because like this should just give us access to the Academia outright, you know? I'm wondering when this, or if this, or how this is gonna come in handy in the future.
Kale is waiting at the northmost crossing of Gandharvaville. You should be able to find her there.
About Kali.
Don't you worry about Kale. I'll look after her. I'll find a way to understand the relationship between the Withering and her disease.
About the Academia's invitation.
It seems there's a major project underway at the Academia, and my master has also joined the effort. But I can't afford to leave Gandharvaville now. Things are not going well here in the rainforest, and Kale needs someone to watch over her. Besides, I was never one for all the pomp and circumstance of life at the Academia. Given that my master hasn't come to give me an earful personally, tells me that my presence is not as sorely needed as they make it out to be. In fact, the letter he sent to me was uncharacteristically polite.
I feel there's so much shade in his voice talking about all this right now. All right, Kali. Oh, there she is. Sweet.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey. Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
We'll be back to see you soon.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend. Not some girl that needs your sympathy.
I don't know why she feels compelled to apologize. She didn't do anything wrong.
But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another. There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us.
There you go, Paimon.
We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Aw.
Thank you. That means a lot.
That's so wholesome.
Before you leave, I have something for you.
Oh, is it a pita pocket?
Oh? What is it? It's my recipe for pita pockets.
Let's go!
I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh.
Aw.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like. I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville.
Aw, of course we will.
Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always be ready to assist you here.
Let's go. God, I loved this. I loved this so freaking much. It hurts. This was so fucking awesome. I loved every second of it.
I hope you have a safe trip to Sumeru City and get to meet the Sumeru Archon there.
Wow. How are you feeling now?
I'm much better now. I'll be back on patrol again starting tomorrow. Even though I'm not quite ready to help Master clear the Withering Zones yet, there is still plenty of other tasks for me to handle. Oh, and Traveler, if you ever see Amber again during your travels, please don't mention my illness to her.
Aww,
okay?
That's...
Amber knows about my case of Elazar and what's happened in my past, but I haven't told her about my condition getting worse. I guess I just don't want her to worry about me. If the need arises, I'll tell her about it myself.
That means you'll see her again?
All right, we understand, Kale.
About pita pockets.
Kinda hard to believe that Master Tainari can cook, isn't it? His culinary techniques are very polished, but his taste is a little, unusual. It's not really his fault, though. He just has a sensitive tongue and nose, so he prefers much lighter flavors. The last time I went a little too heavy on the spices for my pita pockets, Master started having a sneezing fit. Of course, I never heard the end of it after that. I hope you have a safe trip to Sumeru City and get to see you later. Be sure to come back often. Even though Master didn't admit it, I'm sure he wants to see you again.
I really hope we get to come back here. MiHoYo, please do not forget about Gandharvaville or Kali. This was such a wholesome experience to get through at the start of the Archon Quest, and I still don't even know when the end of it is. We got some peaches too. Everything's good. Everything's good around here. I love this so much, and I hope we get to see Kali more often.